Hey there. First of all, I want to thank you for coming to hang out with me this morning as I do planning for a seed starting. Okay. Um, when I got up this morning, my plan was to just jump right in and start planting some of my seeds. Okay. And as I started setting up to do it, I realized that I still have some work to do. I still need to be sure. My little setup is moving a little bit. I still need to be sure of what I should be planting now. So, first, let me show you some things. This morning I was on watching videos, and it's a young lady who is just starting. And hear me, just because I can say that I started seeds last, just because can say that I started seeds last year, um, I did so in May. Um, Let me see where she is. I want you to know this young lady's name. I did so last year, you all, because I just watched her video. Oh, her name is Bree Has Faith. BREHASFAITH. She just did, I don't know if it's her second video. I think it's her second video where she's starting her garden. And she said, I don't know what I'm doing. I need some help. But she's doing a great job. She's in Miami, and she just, she's showing us her progress. And that's the one thing about gardening. You really just have to start where you are. So last year, when I started and I started seedlings indoors, I was very late. I always bring up how my husband was always the vegetable gardener. I was always someone who would go to the store, buy flowers, and plant them. I just wanted pretty things around me. But for whatever reason, I got into helping him with the garden. And so I started my seeds indoors, but it was May. I live in zone 6B. I know for a fact my seedlings should have been started earlier, but I'm also learning about succession sowing. So maybe not. Maybe I'm learning that it was okay because I did have some success. I didn't really know what I was doing. I did learn, but I am starting earlier this year. I brought up Bree Has Faith because I also, before I get started, I kind of want to show you some alternatives that can be used that I have right on hand that I just want to show, like alternatives for little things that you're going to find that you need. Because I noticed in her video, she was bringing up how you guys tell me what this is, tell me what that is. Because I think if I remember correctly, she knows what she sold. She bought like this big kit of seeds that had a whole lot of different things she could sow, but she seemed to be questioning, what is this? What is that? What is the other? I'm no expert on that. And some people were helping her identify. And somebody brought up labeling, and she mentioned and she showed a good haul of things that she got from the Dollar Tree. So I mentioned to her, hey, they got label sticks at the Dollar Tree. However, so one thing I just want to show you, this isn't from the Dollar Tree, but these are some labels that I got. Okay. These are by Fairy Morse. I'm pretty sure I picked these up when I went to Lowe's. But another alternative is containers such as these. You can take your used plastic containers like this, and cut up and make labels. Like this is from a cream cheese. I made multiples. You can use these. So you don't have to go buying anything. You can repurpose things. Anything that had like a white plastic or a light colored plastic container this whole thing can be cut down into labels to label your plants. So you'll find that you need them. Like we'll sit here and we'll plant things, and we can think we know what we planted, and some people would just know. I'm nowhere near that, and I think that even if I was doing this for years, just to make things easy for myself, I'm gonna be labeling because you know. Another thing, if you don't have like a big tray that was made for the purpose of starting seedlings, you should use what you have. Okay. So for example, I have a egg container. I know we are all about eggs right now. Reuse those containers. See that? This is a perfect little thing to start seeds in. But I've started seeds and even put them out for my winter sowing. The little foil pans with the plastic domes, you can start your seeds indoors with those. Um, you can poke holes in the bottom of those pans, sit inside of another pan, maybe put something to kind of lift it up, maybe like go get a couple of little small pebbles to put, and you can either go outside and get your pebbles, or you can even get like a little bag from the Dollar Tree. They're only $1.25, just to lift it so it's not just sitting in the bottom one with the water. Get your dirt, poke your holes, plant your seeds, label your seeds, put your dome on, put a light over it. We don't have to buy the big ready-made plant starter. You don't have to. You may get to a point where you eventually want to. Today is my plan to start seeds in this. I've never used this. Last year, I did use a seed starting tray such as this, but it had the biodegradable, like little trays. Not trays, they were biodegradable little small uh, cup. They were a little thicker. These are peat pellets, water wicking. So with these in particular, now I had already bought last year my little peat little cups, and I think it was M.I. Gardner who made comments that he doesn't like them because he said that even though they're supposed to break down once you plant them out in the dirt, it takes forever for them to break down. And I found that to be true, with the ones I use. Now, I believe they will eventually break down. I believe it looks like it's going to take several seasons. And so some of the things that I planted um, didn't do that well, or I had to kind of, like, after I planted it, I got it out the ground and peeled off that peat and then put it back, and that helped it thrive better. So that's what I found to be a problem. Well, these peat pellets, when I put the water in the bottom of this tray, they're going to swell up and they'll be more of a looser dirt, but they'll have like a little bit of containment to hold it together. And then I'll be planting my seed in that. You probably can see on here that it's like a little film that is going to kind of hold that together. And it's not that thick cup that is the those little peat cups. They're just a little too thick. I do believe there's a usefulness there, and there may be a technique. I didn't know the technique last year, and if anybody knows what makes them break down faster, put it down below. It could be that they need to be soaked really good. I don't know, but and I saw a video today. I'm trying to, I want to give people credit on my discussions, um, because I think it's worth it to take time to see who said something and say shout their names out because this is a community. Sweet Tomato Vine Homestead was doing a video that I watched this morning, and she's planting up peppers. all kind of peppers. And she's showing her seedlings. And she was actually, if you go to her video, the video is entitled Up Potting Pepper Seedlings and Replanting Peppers That Haven't Germinated. This is a very good video. And I asked in the comment section, have you had success with those biodegradable cups? I did not, but maybe it was my technique. I said that I don't want to believe that they don't work because they sell them. So I believe that they work. Again, I noticed that M.I. Gardner made his comment, but that doesn't mean anything. People obviously are having some success with it. And I'm here to learn, so I ask questions. I like to try to comment on people's videos and ask questions. Um, I also want to give a shout out today to Poe Folks, Powe Folks. I watch her videos regularly. She puts out a lot of great videos showing the progress of her land, and they're doing this all on 1 acre, and she is just beautiful, and she takes us along daily on, well, maybe not daily, it seems like it's daily, but on the things that she's planning. I like her planning videos. This is one reason that it came to me that I need to slow down a little bit because sometimes I get a little fast on things. One other thing I want to mention is that I know that I am going to be required to up pot because I'm starting with such little pellets. You know, once my seedlings get to a certain size, it's going to require me to up pot. Okay, so in preparation for my up potting, I will be using the old faithful solo cups. I probably will also get some like smaller ones, maybe not necessarily solo cups, but plastic cups such as this. But I saw where solo cups are awesome for tomatoes and peppers. And then there's that double method, but you need to put like a little rock or something in between to give you a little space. And they show where you will want to just like cut like two like slits, more so the slits. So when you're watering it, of course it can drain, but it also, the slits really is to give the root space to come through. So, you know, I'm already kind of preparing for the future with my planting, and I'm in a repurpose mode. Like my thought process is to repurpose. Um, you know, moving fast and moving quickly through life, we accumulate things. Sometimes we have spaces where we're cleaning up and getting rid of things, and we were almost tempted to toss those cups because they were in a space that the cup bag was kind of open. It was getting dirty. It was not, put it like this, it wasn't something that we probably would have automatically said, oh, we're going to immediately use this for our consumption. But here I am in the middle of doing planting, and it's going to be perfect for what I'm doing. And most likely, I'm going to be able to reuse those time and time again for me at no cost. That's a savings. So one of the reasons that I really want to slow down is because I want to use my I want to do some research in truly understanding the timing of when I need to do some things. So with my winter sowing, you know, I did plant quite a bit. All of this, which I already in a whole other video went over everything that I planted. Okay. So you can please go back and check out my video and see what I did. Um, well, I need to make sure that some of the things that I'm going to plant are the appropriate things to plant early. Like, for example, one thing that I already know I'm not planting now, I'm going to direct sow carrots. I'm not going to put these uh, in my seedling tray. I don't think that, well, I already looked it up and I know that this isn't appropriate. It's a root plant. Just the way it will grow, it's not going to be successful. I suspect because of that, I don't know. But I suspect that might be the same with radishes because it's like a root plant. Um, I'm I don't know. I have to research. Um, I'm gonna look up like now I know that it makes sense to go ahead and do some cabbages now because they do good and cool. So once they start coming at a successful rate where it looks like I could go ahead and transplant them outside, I can put them out kind of early. I don't have to wait till it's pretty warm. So I know I'm gonna do cabbage. Um, I've already sown collards outside. They're that they'll be successful to transplant. But I gotta research. You guys may already know if green beans will be good for me to do right now. I don't know, but I'm gonna look it up. And here's another green beans. The ones that I just showed you are bush beans. These are pole beans. So I did get a little trellis that I'm gonna do. Use that trellis for my palm beans, a trellis that I got at the dollar store. Okay. And my bush beans though, I wanted two varieties. Okay. Um, I'm not sure. Is it too early for my cucumbers? You know, and it may be, even if somebody said it's too early, just plant them and see. I'm kind of in that mode too, my experimental mode. So, yeah. And then I have my squash. Okay. Another thing, I have like corn. I don't know. Is it too early? Like, how big will these get before I need to put them outside? Okay, we're at the end of February. So we're April. We're pretty early. I don't know, but I'm gonna do my due diligence, do my research today. Okay. Um, I think that I want to go ahead and move on planting my I do have herbs again, but I'm not gonna just do it. I'm telling you what I'm gonna research. I have my chamomile, okay, I have my chives, and I want to definitely companion plant these with certain things to uh to protect against my pests. I got my basil. What is this? Cilantro. Okay. And of course, I'm going to be using it because a lot of my well, I only did my only herbs I did last year were lemon balm and basil and stuff. But I didn't even use that. I was using it more for the outdoor fragrance. I didn't even pull that stuff in and make any teas or use them in my home with cooking. I'm going to do that this year. So, and then these are my perennials. So, I got quite a few. I got the Alyssum. And I may have already showed this. I don't know. Made in pink. Um, blanket flowers. Johnny Jump Up. These are violas. I want to get those. I think violas. I'm pretty sure I can plant those out early. And carnations. I think these are pretty. These are the ones I got at Lowe's. So I have a few things, and what I know is that slow down. Plant now what makes sense. I've also planned on planting. I got some potatoes that are budding, and I know that I absolutely know that isn't going to trade, but I do have some grow bags. It doesn't make sense to plant them now. I don't know. I want to look and I want to see. So this is my video this morning. This is what I'm working on. And I just wanted to bring you in with me on that.